1 second.
You
It
good?
started, but yep. Let me let my wife know. All right, ready when you are.
All right. What is up, everybody? It is I, the Saiyan soldier, Matt Burton, back again with another episode. I know. I said I was going to be more consistent, but I had to get some things in order. Life happens, people. Forgive me. But on today's episode, we're going to have a great time because we have one of my friends I've had over the last couple months. We've gotten to know each other fairly well, I would say, just through talking to each other. And I've been on his podcast before. We have the host of the Talk Your Jits podcast, black belt teaching at Agogi Jiu Jitsu, my friend, Mr. Lamar Smith. Lamar, welcome onto the show, man.
Thank you for the invite, my brother. Appreciate it very, very much.
You welcome. You welcome. Now, last time we talked, we dove a little bit into my story about how I got started. Being an adaptive athlete and wanting to be in my own sport and have a sport of my own and participate. But
Mm-hmm.
since this is my show, we're gonna do a little bit different and dive into your story. So, how did you get started with jujitsu, and what was your journey like?
Oh man, it seemed like it's been forever ago, but it seemed like yesterday as well. I had met somebody that kind of introduced me to jujitsu. We ended up talking about it, and I was like, I always wanted to try martial. I always was a big fan of martial arts. I've sporadically done martial arts growing up, and I was kind of like, well, I'm an adult now, so I can pay for it myself. So I ended up joining this school called H2O Martial Arts, where I studied under since until I got my up until now, and it was one of those things where I I tried it and instantly got hooked. It was like it was a puzzle to me. It was different. It was like seeing the small guy beat up a big guy effortlessly and stuff like that. So it was like I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out, and I just kind of the rest is history, man. I started and didn't stop. I've
Yep,
been.
I completely understand that. Like we talked about last time, it's similar to how I was always a fan of martial arts and like
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to dabble in it and was like, you know what? I'm eventually like I tried other sports, didn't really work out because of my cerebral palsy, but then I got into jujitsu and I was just hooked. I went from
Yeah.
wrestling to jujitsu and was like, okay, this is for me. This works. I mean, I can't do everything, but I can figure out how to make it work for me. And like you said,
Yeah.
I was hooked. Had to figure out the puzzle, just like you said. So, so you've been training for several years now, and
Mm-hmm.
I know, like we said, you're a black belt. So
Mm-hmm.
describe to me some of the ups and downs on that journey. Especially, I know how it is being a blue belt. You want to progress faster than maybe your instructor wants you to, and you think
Mm-hmm.
you should be progressing faster, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and you come out better for it. Was that what it was like for you coming up on the way to black belt?
Um. In some aspects, yeah. I think with with jujitsu, and it's almost like a relationship. It's you give it so much, you go through the ups and downs. So yeah, once I was that eager kid that once I got a stripe, I always wondered when the next stripe was going to come, when the next stripe was going to come, and or when I want to be a blue belt, so on and so forth. But yeah, man, I think what helped was I had such a awesome teacher that kept me humble, you know.
Yeah.
So it was I never had that feeling of like, oh man, I should be this belt or I should be that belt. Well, I'm not gonna say I've never had it. I've had moments where it's just like, man, I should be a XYZ by now. But
Yep.
I'm like, well, it's a reason why I'm not yet, so I'm not gonna rush the process because I don't want to get it before I deserve it, you know. But yeah, it's been everyone has their ups and downs. Blue belt, you're feeling like you're this new person because you got you got color on your belt now. And that's when it's like, nah, brother, that's when you find out your jiu-jitsu still sucks.
Yep. Yep. And
So,
yep, exactly. Like I can't tell you, like, I got my blue belt and I was like, well, this is gonna be on, it's not gonna go nowhere but up from here. And then it was like,
mhm,
oh, this just got harder. Hold on a minute.
yeah.
It was like, wait a minute, hold up. All right.
Looking at that,
Um
looking at that blue belt, like, where's my superpowers?
yep,
Where's
yep,
my powers you granted, you
yep.
promised me.
I thought
So,
I was supposed to have levels of knowledge now. But no,
man, what?
I get it. Like, especially for me, because
Hmm.
being an adaptive athlete, I have to work at a totally different pace than everybody
Yeah.
else. So,
Hmm.
like, once I let go of that, I'm a blue belt and I should be here. Once I let go of I should be here and was like, I don't care. I'll be a blue belt for as long as I have to be, as long as I get
Hmm.
better. Once I let go of that, it was more freeing and I was able to take my jujitsu for what it was and enjoy the process. So
Hmm.
when I get to new levels, I'm definitely gonna appreciate it and be more excited about it, and I'm gonna embrace it. Like, I'm not worried
Yeah.
about how long I'm a blue belt. Like, as long as I'm gaining more and more knowledge as I go.
Yeah. And I don't want to sound cliche, but it's like, don't chase color, don't chase the color, chase the knowledge. People say like, well, you can say that now because you got your black belt. But it's still true though. Like, don't chase the color because the colors doesn't necessarily mean that you are a master at jujitsu. It's just that you got a better understanding at jujitsu.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah.
It's kind of
So if
like,
you got it, yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, so it's just like, if you're like I said, if you're at blue belt, don't think about like, oh man, I've been a blue belt for 3 years and stuff never ever happened. Maybe it's time to like think about what you need to get to that next step versus feeling like you gotta get there just because you've been at a certain level for so long.
Right. Me and I had a conversation with my boss because we coach at a gymnastics gym, and kind of the things we was talk one of the things we was talking about today was, if you're in a competitive sport, like, no matter what level you're at, you should always want to get better. And
Mm-hmm.
like, that's where I'm at. Like, I don't care what level I get to eventually, I'm gonna want to get better. I'm gonna want to know more. I'm gonna want to do more, no matter what level I'm
Yeah.
at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep. So like, once you have that mindset, like, you open up so many doors to the knowledge, and that's in whatever you do, especially if it's competitive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
For
yeah.
sure, for sure.
You just
So
gotta
this
strive to get
show,
better, man. Just,
yep. Um, this show is more geared toward adaptive athletes in combat sports.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
and me having cerebral palsy, I was wondering, have you dealt with any adaptive athletes of any kind, or is that something you would be open to in any capacity?
Um. Yeah. I have not necessarily rolled with someone, that's an adaptive athlete. I'm not against it, because I don't want you to feel like just because you're limited to something you don't deserve that I could deserve me to give my all. I'm not just going to steamroll, but I'm going to give you what I'm going to give you what you want.
Right.
But it's funny because I saw some of your videos and I'm watching you roll. And it's I've told you this on my show, and I'm going to definitely give you your props, man. Like you do grind, and I do commend you for what you do. And sometimes I'd be like, dog, I wouldn't necessarily know how to take it easy on you because how aggressive you do roll. So, so like I'll be because it's like to me like rolling with the female. It's almost in the same sense because you don't want to necessarily reach wrong and touch something and it gets weird, you know. But at the same time, you're like, wait, this is trying to kill me.
Right. Yeah.
So when I so when I'm watching you roll, I'm like, okay, I understand his condition, but like, nah, fam, you ain't about to just do this. Like, you ain't just about to do this, bro. So I'm not against the idea. So
It's so funny you say that because I have to. I feel like I have to be that way a lot,
mm-hmm.
and it's not. And sometimes I do have to dial it back because I'm like, whoa, 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 like, bro, you gotta, like, I tell everybody I'm all arms and heart. That's all I am. Like, that's all I got. I gotta use what I got. So,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes it's like I have to be that way because I don't want people to quote unquote go easy on me. So like if I feel like if I start out hot, then they're gonna know. And it's so funny rolling with people because they're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Like I'll roll a different there's a move that I do that people don't expect me to do because they can't move that way. I can't I can't explain it to you. I can, but you're gonna think it's weird and it is, but it works. I do kind of like this.
Hit me with it.
I do this kind of thing. Say like if we're in front of each other, right, on our knees, like before
Mm-hmm.
we start to roll. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit this log roll thing. I'll hit this log roll thing and come into a single leg and take the single leg, and people are like, "What the? Where did that come from?" And I'm like, "Hey man, I gotta move. I gotta move."
Gotta do
And
what you
then
gotta do, man.
I roll.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I'll log roll into that single leg and then switch it off to a double and drive people over, and they're like, I don't know what to do from here. Or there's this thing I'll do the prayer hands thing to stop arm bars, and my
Mm-hmm.
arms, my upper body is all I have, and my arms are so tight and I'm so strong there. Like people will sit there and fight me for minutes on minutes for it, and I'm like, you're not arm barring me. I'm sorry, it's not happening. And then if they do get it, I'm like, all right, I'll let them stretch my arm a little bit because my arms are, like I said, my arms are so tight. I'll let them pull on it for a little bit, and then I'll tap because I'm like, all right. And they're like, dang, I thought I was gonna have to break it, and I'm like, nah, I wasn't gonna let you do that, but I also wasn't just gonna give it up either. Plus, my arm needed to heal. It's it's one of those things, man. Like I'm glad you said you're open to it because there's a lot of coaches that aren't. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
coaches that'll turn adaptive athletes away. I've heard of multiple instances where that happens, or if they do let them participate, they stick them to some gimmick training that
Mm-hmm.
that really isn't doing anything for them. But the fact that you're open to it says a lot about your character as a person and as a coach. So I have to commend you on that.
You know what? Now that I thought about it, I did roll with someone, and it was the most awkward thing because I didn't know he had a false leg because
Oh wow.
he was a wrestler.
Hmm.
So he
Oh,
comes in, he does it.
those are the fun ones.
Yeah. So he had he had on shorts, he had like long shorts, he had on socks on both feet. So I like once again I was not paying attention.
Hmm.
So we start and we're going, and it was some way that he shifted his hips and he got me. He was in side control,
Hmm.
but I was able to like almost swim under to where his leg was.
Hmm.
And I guess when I went to reach, I grabbed his. I'm thinking I'm grabbing his leg,
Hmm.
but I grabbed the false leg, so my hand went around his hand. So I'm like, so I got a handful of shorts and his leg. So we're like, my bad, bro. He was like, no, it's all good, bro. I was like, because I didn't know because the way he was moving and we were so into
Right.
the road. So I'm like, I'm reaching, I'm like. how is my hand clenched around this dude's whole leg? But
Right, right.
yeah, because I was there thinking, I was like, wait a minute, no, we did have that one guy, but
Cool,
he was
cool.
cool about it. Yeah, he was cool about it. So,
And that's the thing. Like most people are very cool about it. Most adaptive athletes are. Like at our gym, people are like always like, sorry man, sorry if I hurt you, man. Sorry if I was too rough. Like nah, I'm like nah, man, it's all good. Like we make jokes about me falling all the time. Like if I fall on the mats, we make jokes about people pushing me down and stuff like that all the time. Just because I've heard it the whole time. Like if I'm standing near somebody and I just happen to fall, we'll be like, "Damn it, man! Why'd you push him down?" It's funny because they don't know how to react, and I'm like, "Man, I'm just messing with you, bro. It's all good. It's all good." Like,
I'm like, hey, he signed a waiver. He
right,
be all
right,
right.
and that's something my coach says all the time. He'll be like, "I'm glad you signed a waiver, Matt."
Yeah, he signed a waiver. He be all right.
Yeah, yeah, but it's all love, and like it's fun. I never got to wrestle a person with prosthetics, but I always wanted to because there was a couple of kids when I was in wrestling that had their own impairments. Some of them using prosthetics, and some of them wrestled without it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have loved to wrestle them because I know how fun that would have been for me. But we were in two different weight classes, and we still never met up. And I
Damn.
remember I remember asking my coach one time. I was like, "Can we just do that just for fun?" But I think I was like two weight classes ahead of him, so it never worked out.
Mm.
But
It
those
should have been a
rest,
fun little. It could have been a good flow roll.
yeah, yeah, it would have been a great flow roll. I would have had so much fun with it. Those amputee wrestlers, man, there's something else. Like though, I think I go hard, but them people, man, they dogs, and I would appreciate rolling with them so much if I ever got the chance to.
Yeah. I mean that it just gives you that extra fight, man. It's like you already, fighting with what you're dealing with, and you have the heart and capabilities of coming out on the mat and giving everything you got. So y'all, you dudes are savages, man.
Do we? I mean, I appreciate that. I can speak for myself, and I know there's a couple more that I've rolled with that, and that's the thing about it. To add to what I was gonna say is, man, when we go up against each other, we bring the best out of each other. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, trying to set up more opportunities for adaptive athletes. There's a lot out there. There's actually an adaptive event coming up in May, May 3rd in Pennsylvania. Let me look up the. I'm gonna look up the event real quick. You might.
Yeah,
You're
because
listening.
even after we did our episode and you sent me the video of your MMA match, and
Yeah,
I've showed a lot of people that video, man, because it was unbelievable.
I
It was so
appreciate.
unbelievable.
I appreciate that, man. That was a lot of fun. I want to do it again. I, but the amount of red tape that it takes to jump through to get there is astounding. So um,
I
I
bet, dude.
I want to so I'm starting with jujitsu. I want to get more adaptive athletes, more opportunities in jujitsu first, and then go from there because it's a little bit easier. So yeah, the Battle BJJ in Milford, PA is gonna have an adaptive gi division, an adaptive no gi division, an adaptive youth gi, and an adaptive no gi division out in Milford, PA on May 3rd. So any of your listeners that may be adaptive athletes, or if there's any that might think they might be interested in watching it, if y'all are close by, go check that out. Any of my listeners that are close by, go check that out. It will definitely be worth it. I
Oh
wish
yeah,
it.
man. Send me the information, man. I would if I can. I don't know what I'm doing around that time in May, But if it's something that we can squeeze in, man, I'll should see if me and a couple guys can come down there and show some support.
Cool. I wish I could make that one, but I can't, unfortunately. But
Ah, okay.
there is something in the works. Then that's all I'll
Mm-hmm.
say about that. There is something in the works coming for your boy. So all my Saiyan Soldier Project listeners, be on the lookout for that. I'll have more soon. But yeah, Milford, PA, the Battle BJJ, May 3rd. Go check it out. Adaptive athletes competing. It's gonna be dope.
That sounds dope, man. That definitely sounds dope.
Yeah. All right. One thing that I love about you, Lamar, is you are also a fellow nerd. And I say nerd in the sense of comic books, anime, all that good
Guilty,
stuff.
sir. Guilty.
Right. So I got some news for you. I told you about on your show. By the way, I'll check out his show. Talk Your Jits podcast. Very insightful, very good guest on. It's a great listen. I love it. Y'all check it out. Talk Your Jits podcast. I told you the last time we talked that I got to meet the voice of the voice of Goku, Sean Schimmel, and the voice of Vegeta,
Yep.
Chris Sabat.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely amazing for me. And actually, the news I was going to tell you that I told you I wanted to get your reaction on the podcast was Sean Schimmel's actually coming back to Atlanta for another convention, so I get to meet him again. I'm gonna go.
Oh man,
It's gonna be.
that's terrible.
It's I think it's July 18th through the 20th is the convention.
Ah, that's
So
what's up, man.
yeah, but it's bad. I'm excited to see him again. Bro. If he remembers me, I'll flip. Because he meets so many people. I don't know if he'll remember me or not, but if he does remember me, I'll flip.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to keep up with the with like the Comic Cons and everything that's coming around, like in the Detroit area, because I would love to meet some more people. And I think there's one coming up, and maybe the same one you talked about in Atlanta. But I know there was supposed to be him and Chris Sabat supposed to be at.
Ooh.
But I'm trying to remember where, and I'm like, dude, if I can get that time off to go.
That I'm excited about that one. But here's the thing about this convention. One of my favorite actors of all time is going to be there, and it's Keith David. So, and I'm like, me and my friends talked about it, and one of them sent me. They sent it to the whole group. They're like, yeah, Keith David's going to be there, and I was like, I'm in. I don't care. I'm going.
No said.
I was like, I need no other motivation. I'm going. And they were like, and one of my friends was like, we'll see how many more people show up. And I was like, nope, I'm in. I need nothing else. It's Keith motherfucking David. I'm going. I was like, nah, I'm like, yeah, this is. And then later on, a couple weeks later, they were like, yeah, Sean Shin was gonna be there too. I was like, bro, I'm sold. I was like, yep, I'm good. I'm going.
I can fight you right now.
Yeah,
I can fight you right now.
I figured you would like that.
That's terrible, man.
Bro, like Keith David quotes just they live in my head rent free. I have so many.
Like, man, such an awesome guy, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait. I got to get a picture. I got to talk to him a little bit. I wonder, like, because one of my favorite movies is like with him in it is one of the most obscure movies. It's Head of State with Chris Rock.
Oh, that's my movie, dog.
Yeah, I love that movie, man. Like,
that's my movie.
And the fact that he was like, even Puff Daddy wears a suit to court, and how relevant that is now. I want to say that to him and see what he says.
Man, you gotta record that one, dog.
Yeah, I hope I can. That's gonna be.
I so hope you can.
If I can,
I so hope you can.
I'm gonna be like, hey, You remember when you said "fuck daddy" with a suit to court? Did you think that was gonna be relevant?
Like, did you ever think that was gonna be a thing?
Right, right. Did you ever think that was gonna be relevant? Like what? Freaking 15 years later.
I was see how long ago that movie come out.
What was it?
Um,
2000. It had to be 2004 because I think Obama got president 4 years later. So yeah, it had to be 2004, right?
yeah, sounds about right.
That that's nuts, man. I wanna throw that line at him and see what he says.
Ah
He,
man, yeah, dude, you gotta let me know how that turns out.
oh, I'll send you the video when we do it. If
Yeah,
if
yeah, dude,
if,
you got to.
if he lets me send you a video, if he lets
Right,
me,
if he lets you.
yeah, if he lets me record it, I'll send it to you. But it's definitely going up. It's gonna be awesome. So
My man.
what have you been up to lately, man? I know it's been about what 10 months since we talked. So what have you been up to lately, man?
Oh man, I've been busy. I've been busy, man. Taking care of the fam. Been working a lot more. Been trying to be consistent with training. I haven't been as consistent. I've been in the works with trying to get my own thing started. Uh, as like right now, I'm in talks with my daughter's school to start doing a self defense program with them.
That would be
Um,
amazing.
yeah, yeah. So it's happening. I had a meeting with some of the parents, and they seem excited about it. So next not next week, but the 19th, I have a like a little demonstration to do with them, kind of go over some stuff I want to teach and build from there, man. And I've been also, since we were talking about like MMA and stuff like that, dude, I've been scratching at the idea of taking a fight. So
Oh,
yeah, so it's not nothing set in stone yet because I wouldn't even know exactly when I would be able to do it, but um it's a project I want to do. I don't know if I'm thinking about making a series out of it. Kind of, you're literally the first person I told about this, so you know,
breaking
uh,
news here on Saiyan Soldier Pod.
breaking news. So it's something that's been kind of like playing in the back of my mind for like, I don't know, a couple years now. So just trying to right now focus on getting stuff in order so that way I can properly train, properly, do everything the right way. Because I'm not young. I'll be 38 in like 2 months. No, next month. Jesus, I'll be 38 next month. So I'm not no spring chicken. So I got to do this the most safe and optimal way I can. So,
Right.
but yeah, that's what I've been trying to get back to the podcast. It's kind of been on hiatus for a minute. I started it and now they put it on hold. But the podcast is coming back. I will be recording again. I will be dropping episodes soon.
Awesome.
Just trying, like I said, just trying to get that in order and just like I said, man, staying busy. And yeah, just staying busy.
I got you, man.
Staying busy.
Hey, man, I saw the video of you striking. It looked clean. Looked like you.
Thank you.
Looked like you sharpening up. If you do
Uh,
take a fight, please let me know. If I cannot be there in person, I will at least watch it. Please, I hope it'll be streamed somewhere, and I will
oh
watch it
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah. I'll let you know. It's like I said, it's a conversation that I got to really sit down and have with myself, talk to my wife and everything else. But
Oh yeah,
we'll
for
see.
sure, for sure.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, it sounds like you on your way, man, and I'm excited for the podcast to come back. You've got several episodes, so like I've been telling my people, check it out, please do. And if you ever need a guest again, you can holler at your boy. I'll
Bro, you are on the permanent guest list, bro. You are always welcome to come back.
same here,
Always welcome to come back.
same here, brother. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got a lot of things in the works that I'm really excited to talk about. So
Okay.
I will definitely be coming back on your show, and I would gladly have you back on mine. And like you said, permanent guest.
Yes, sir. For sure, man.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Man, I appreciate you coming on. It's been a great talk. And like I said, I will definitely keep in touch with you. I'm glad we've been able to keep in touch. And I'm planning to do some traveling real soon. So I definitely gotta make my way to Detroit and come see you, my man.
Man, come through, bro. You're more than welcome, man. You'll be welcome with open arms, man. Come get some work, man. Come get some rolls in.
Just don't warn your just don't warn your students about me, okay? We gotta keep the aggressive thing kinda we gotta keep that on the low. We gotta let them figure it out for themselves.
I got you. No said.
Nah, I'm playing, man. You can tell them whatever you want. I mean, I'm still gonna give it everything I got, all arms and heart, like
Oh,
you say, man.
oh, for sure, man. The guys will definitely welcome you with open arms, man. So
I
whenever
appreciate.
you can, just let me know.
And if you ever in South Georgia, man, let me know. You're welcome to come train with us.
For sure, man. It's a plan. It's a plan of mine to travel too, but I don't know about right now with planes forgetting how to fly. So we'll
Right,
see.
right. I've been looking. I've been looking at bus tickets, my boy.
I tell you, like, how long is that drive, man?
Right, right. I mean, it may be worth it just to be honest.
Maybe.
All
Because
right,
we
my
were talking
man.
about we were talking about going to Arizona in a couple months. And I'm like, how long is our drive? He's like 30 hours. I was like, oh,
Right,
I
right.
don't know. I don't know. But might have to suck it up. Might have to
Yeah,
suck it up.
yeah. That might keep your head on a swivel and hop on that bus. hop on
I'm
that.
telling you.
Hop on that bus and stay alert.
Man, what? I'm telling you. I'm
Yeah,
telling
man.
you.
All right, man. Everybody, check it out. Saiyan Soldier Project, Adaptive SSJ on Instagram, YouTube. Holler at me. Come see my boy Lamar. Check him out on Talk Your Jits podcast. Lamar, where can they find you on social media, my man?
Man, if you wanna, so there's a couple things. I got a few pages. If you want to follow the podcast, is as you said, Talk Your Jits podcast. I do art, so if you want to follow my art, it's that Smith Kid art on Instagram.
Hold on, bro.
And
We gotta talk about your art, man, because it's fire. I completely disagree,
okay.
bro. I've seen a lot of your stuff you've been posting. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
dope. I gotta get a piece for my house. I'm working on
Let
my
me
I'm working on my
let me
house.
know, man.
I gotta get a piece for it because it is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad you're doing it because man, it watching you create is dope to me, man. For real. That
So
Smith
you know
kid
what?
art.
Since you're here, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm working on next. Since we're right here, because I don't know if you can see it in the background, but
Oh, we got another reveal. You showed us
yeah.
some of
So
your art last time.
yeah, so I don't know if you can actually see it. Let me
It's
zoom in a
it
little bit.
it's zooming in. Oh, dude, that's dope.
Yeah, so that's my boy, Ippo from Hijim, Ippo.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's dope. That's one
yeah,
I'm
so if you got
that's one
so
I'm about
what?
to start. I'm about to start Hajime no Ippo soon.
Oh man, it's my jam. It's such a good anime. So and since I've been like more into boxing now, it's
Yeah.
kind of like coming back full circle. But yeah, I'm on TikTok as well as that Smith Kid art. So sometime in a couple days, I'll be live streaming painting that. So you guys are more than welcome to come in, say hello,
I'll be
and
there
vibe
watching.
out with us. Yeah, I'll let you know, man. I'll let you know.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Again,
all over the place, but I'm in it.
again, I thank you for coming on, man. It's been a pleasure. It always is. We'll definitely keep in touch, and I look forward to seeing your art. I look forward to seeing you fight, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a blast with it, y'all. I I can't express enough how grateful I am for him to come on this podcast because, like I said, great dude, great personality, great coach. He's always a pleasure to be around. So I appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
sir. No problem. All right. Saiyan Soldier Project out.